little history. When this car came back from South America, we actually replaced the clutch that was in it for one of our prototype clutches. And it's been in there for a while, and at the last event, Chris started noticing that we were getting some clutch slippage. So I took it apart, kind of see what happened, because it is one of our prototypes, so we wanted to know kind of the details of what happened. And when I got it apart, a couple things quickly became apparent. First of all, when I pull these transmissions, I pull the right side stub shaft out. That way it doesn't hang up on the block. It makes it a lot easier to do without pulling the subframe. And I actually had to use a slide hammer to get this out of the transmission. As you can see, there's some pretty serious scoring on this shaft. Normally when you take the center bolt out, this just slides out, super easy. Not in this case. The only thing that rides on this surface is 2 bearings for the differential. So that's right in here. If you look way deep in there, it's gonna be really hard to see, but there's scoring on the inner race as well. Also, if you look at the oil down in here, and I kind of churn it up a little bit, it makes it very obvious, but it's a glitter factory. So a lot of metal in here. Definitely we had some bearing failure in here. Looks like this inner bearing failed, started locking up, and that's what was causing the scoring between the axle shaft. Because if that inner race starts locking up, the stub shaft's gonna continue spinning, but that inner race isn't. That's gonna create a lot of heat, a lot of scoring. So yeah, that's what caused all this metal. However, another thing we found when we got in here is that the input shaft seal for the transmission was also leaking. This bell housing's full of oil, full of gear oil. I'm pretty sure that's also what made this bearing fail, is just this trans essentially ran out of oil. It kind of sounds empty. So not super confidence inspiring. To be fair, this transmission's been through a lot. Driving to South America, the car wasn't brand new beforehand anyway, so the history prior to us even getting the car is unknown. I mean, it always had like its fluid changed, but you can only do so much if a transmission's had a hard life. So the history was unknown. It went to South America, and then it experienced some pretty hard track days. So it was probably on borrowed time anyway. We are gonna pick up a new to us transmission. We found one actually locally, which was nice, with 50,000 miles on it. We'll put the new transmission that we get in, we'll drain the fluid, we'll put in some better liquid moly fluid. That way, hopefully we can avoid something like this happening again. And yeah, we should be good to go. New clutch, we'll just put the same clutch that was in it back in it. That way we'll have some good testing. We're not gonna get better testing than these hard track days. So it's definitely worth it to just keep putting the same clutch back in it. So something a little hard about this whole situation is that the car is actually supposed to, it's Thursday. The car's actually supposed to be at an event on Saturday. I pulled this last night. Friday? It's supposed to be an event on Friday. So that's tomorrow. I pulled this last night. That way we would have the core ready for when LKQ drops us off the new transmission. So I gotta get that in tonight. Hopefully the miles to the track will be enough to break in the new clutch. And yeah, so this isn't the best. This isn't the best timeline that I've ever worked with, but that's this whole car's history. It's been bad timelines. So it is what it is, isn't it?
Alright, so we are here at Pit Race with NASA Great Lakes and the RaceWagen. Ellen just pulled in. We're a little bit late on the day, so we're missing some of our test and tune. But the car has a new trans. Thank you, Matt Cantillo and LKQ for turning everything around really fast. How's it feel? You drove it out.
I thought it felt great. Chris doesn't think it feels lighter. I think it feels lighter. Shifting was easy. I think it's going to be a great clutch.
Yeah, I think the clutch is good. The trans, it doesn't feel as notchy.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, that trans, we have what, 140,000 miles on this?
About 30.
All right, yeah. And it bounced around South America. So every time something fails on this car, I'm not really surprised because it's kind of all expected risk after a car circumnavigates a continent.
For sure.
So we're going to attempt to test NASA's HPD2 to HPD3 program here and graduate Ellen this weekend. That's the master goal.
Hopefully.
I'm a little bummed that we didn't get to take you out for some laps and show you the track, but it's not a super technical track. It's a very flowy track.
I think all things considered, I'm just glad we're here.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. We don't have the ballast in the car, so we won't be doing time trials this weekend, which will give maximum focus to Ellen classroom time. We can review laps, we can review track maps, and hopefully get you tested up.
So. It's Saturday morning here at Pit Race. We already did our first warm-up session. It's been kind of rainy so far. What do you know? Sometimes it just seems to rain whenever I go somewhere. It's not too bad. There's quite a bit of grip. I did some passing in the warm-up session and I thought I had more grip than I did, so I did kind of slide a bit, but picked right back up from there. Didn't go off track or anything, just a little bit of sliding. But I think it's going to be a good day. I hope the rain quits so I get some dry laps in. Hopefully tomorrow Chris and I can do my check-off ride to get into HPDE3 and we'll see how it goes from there. I need to get another session in to be like, okay, this is fun, this sucks, I need to work on this.
Yeah.
Because the first one, you know, it's just warm up, feeling it out. Plus it was wet, so it takes it to a whole nother level. But this right here is what they call the toilet bowl because it comes down in really steep and then as you come around it's straight uphill. So like you're gonna brake a lot, but in the corner you can get on the throttle because it's so uphill. You'll have no speed if you don't get on the throttle. This is kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to talk to Chris about this because I'm thinking you could take more of a straight line through here, but I've heard some other where you sacrifice 7 so you can get through 8, or you go through 7 and sacrifice 8. I don't know. That's something I want to talk to Chris about. But I feel like the rest of the track is pretty straightforward. This is a lot like Mid-Ohio. It's slightly irregular as compared to the keyhole, but it's a similar concept. And yeah, I'm excited for this half. I need to figure out this part.
Tomorrow I'll be doing the checkoff ride for Ellen to go from HPD2 to HPD3. We're looking for a few very important things in the checkoff ride. Situational awareness is probably prime. We want to be sure that she sees all the oncoming cars or passing cars. And we're also going to do a ghost drill. She has to drive the track at pace with a imaginary car on either side of her through a few of the different turns, just to see how she responds to that offline driving. We'll also go through a written component with her to make sure she knows all the things like flags, what to do in X moment, what threshold braking is, a couple of technical questions just to make sure she's ready for HPD3. I've been trying to keep a little bit of distance today from riding in car with her, because in HPD2 you have an instructor partially, but not every single time like we've done in previous weekends. And I want to be sure she gets a genuine experience. You will learn a lot as you solo in a car, and if you have somebody in the right seat, you end up being a crutch. And you know, you might get nervous or miss an apex and go, oh, I didn't mean to do that. You know, we want to just have a very real experience for her, not relying on me to correct braking zones or acceleration, so that when we get to the test tomorrow, it's genuine, ready to go, I'm ready. It doesn't matter who's right seat, I just happen to be the instructor giving the final checkoff ride. I'd like to watch the video with you because I'm willing to bet you're throttling before apex.
Probably.
Are the cones out? I don't recall.
Sure. Yeah, there are cones. I was like, well, wouldn't you want to keep it wide, cut in here, but then like go straight through? Because Aaron was like, you gotta sacrifice 7 for 8, and I was like, okay. So
there's a little nursery rhyme I used for this track. First 2 tight, next 2 just right.
Okay.
No joke. So 7, just keep it tight.
But like stay out and then cut in.
I don't care where your entry point is. I mean, ideally you're right at that cone on the braking zone, but then you just stay tight and then throw 8 away. Yep. And keep it tight here. Okay, because that's where I wasn't sure. I was like, now you can, I mean, should I hit the candies here? But you're saying out here. Like then. Use them, and you can run out here, but just keep it really tight. Right. Like normally you'd like, your car is going to push you out here naturally. Mm-hmm. But keep it tight on the inside candies. And then these 2 are the 2 that matter. Okay. Because here is only 1,000 feet or 1,500 feet. So you're not going to make a lot of time up between them. And then here, you want to be sure that you are set up here and you exit here. Now again, it's going to go like this, right? Oh, so don't hit the candies. No, hit the candies. I'm drawn poorly. Hit the candies. You're going to exit a little mid-track, but then you have to. This is the most important spot of setup through this whole section. So we're going to just keep it tight. Go whatever speed you need to keep that tight and exit here. And what you don't want to do, especially in your front-wheel drive car, is be way out here. So I'm going to just do a little superimposing here so that we can actually talk some angles. So you want to stay tight here. So this is your braking zone. You set it up like every other turn you've ever learned, right? Right, way wide, late entry, yada, yada, yada. The thing that I don't want you to do is accelerate so fast that you're exiting over here. Mm-hmm. I want you to be turning in over here, but if you're exiting here, you're gonna blow this corner. Right. So you need to be going fast enough to be fast, but slow enough that you can set up this turn, right? Because if you're too fast, you're gonna be out here and it's just gonna shoot you off for the next turn. So let's just call it 80% speed for this first turn. Again, see where this one's exiting? This turn's gonna be foobarred. So you still have to exit like this. Boop, boop. See, I'm using all the track? Yeah. Looking ahead. I do a lift to settle the nose and then power. A lift to settle the nose, then power. A lift to keep it tight. Then power. A little too much power. That was threshold braking. I scrub it off. You felt the rear end start to wiggle?
Yeah.
I waited for that to get planted, and then I hard brake. Fade out, add power. Is that similar to you?
I think you're thinking it a lot earlier than I am.
How about this one?
That's about the same.
But you're holding tight.
Yeah.
So now I'm at like 15 pounds of boost because I'm not one wheel peeling. And then full throttle once we're straight again. How about this guy?
About the same. Probably a little tighter than I was.
What part of your body is driving the car? Your brain, right? So, think about it. How much of driving on track is mental, and how much of it is physical? I mean, you could make the argument that your body doesn't do anything unless your brain tells it to do so. So it's 100% mental. Now I know it takes some physical skill, physical stamina and strength to turn the wheel and push the pedals and all that kind of stuff. And it can be physically tiring. But a lot of that comes with mental fatigue.
It's Sunday, my dudes. Already did the warm-up session. Felt really great. I was trying out a couple different braking, not techniques, but different braking goals as far as like where I was braking, how hard I was braking, but also like releasing smoothly. That's something we talked about with John, Joey, and also Ross Bentley came into our classroom and was talking to us. So a lot of helpful hints from him that I'm gonna try out on track. And see, down here I tried out one, you know, braking a little later and coming off smoothly, but I was carrying too much speed and I was definitely sliding a little bit more than you would want to be. So I'm gonna adjust that one and see how it goes. But the next session, Chris and I are doing the checkoff ride. So I'm pretty nervous about that. I'm trying not to get too much in my head about it because I know the more I think about it, the more I'll just mess up and get in my head, just freak out. But I don't know, I think I'm ready. We'll see what Chris thinks. I guess it ultimately depends on what he thinks, so.
The steps between HPDE 2 and 3 are pretty big. So with a checkoff ride from 2 to 3, they're looking for everything they taught you in 2, which is mainly situational awareness is huge. Making sure that you are paying attention to your flag stations is also very huge. And making sure that you're at least 80% good on track as far as your apexes, your braking points, and things like that. The test from 2 to 3 can be nerve-wracking, and I'll be honest, I failed it the first time. It wasn't my proudest moment, but it is pretty nerve-wracking. It is the biggest test out of really any HPDE part, is to go from 2 to 3. And you just have to shake off the nerves. Your instructor is there to help you progress, and don't be nervous when you're being tested. Just let loose. Woo-saw.
When I go like this, that's imaginary car on the left. When I go like this, imaginary car on the right.
How do I know when to end that?
When you're done turning.
Okay.
So if we're through all the S's, it's all of the S's.
Okay.
Until you get to a straightaway, pretend that car is there.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.
We got a red flag. So that's a whole course shut down and pause.
Yep. So they've got like both flags hanging out over there. Uh-oh.
Oh, they black flagged the session.
Does that mean we all go in?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
When safety cars come around, you don't stop.
Yeah.
You drive a predictable path for them to go around you.
Okay. I was just making sure he didn't think I was pulling out in front of him.
So we'll return to grid. I'm sorry, we'll return to pit, and they may or may not pull you off.
Okay.
Another red flag. Stop.
Oh.
Oh, it was a real red flag.
If I wasn't nervous before, now I'll be nervous.
I don't think we're going to be able to do the checkoff.
Think she's gonna kill it?
I hope so. She deserves it. I think she's been trying really hard. But hopefully that way she can participate in HPDE 3 at Mid-Ohio and at least have accomplished like, well, 2 graduations in 1 season, so that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I mean, there's so many things like, I know you said nerves aside, but like, say I do pass and I go to 3, like 3's a big jump. And I don't know, I hope I'm ready, but like, what if I'm not? It's always the fear. Chris makes me nervous.
Why?
Let me tell you about that. I don't know. It's just, like we know each other and he's really good at what he does, so like, anything I do, I mean, it's Chris. I see him every day.
The final countdown. Here we go. All right, so we'll be passing first.
No. Miata behind us. Then me.
Okay. This is your show. I'm not giving you any tips, right?
You can!
Nope. It's the test time. You can talk though,
Okay.
especially if you're like, oh, I missed that corner, because that awareness counts.
Yeah. I don't know, is that S2000 hasn't been with us, so that has to be our instructor. That's cool.
Now you're supposed to go?
Yep. Not leaving me any room though. In. Mustang's coming up.
Stay on the power, you can't slow down.
Okay.
I mean, you can give him room, but everyone's got to work for it, you know?
Right.
I'd like to see a little more pace with you passing in these turns and getting past in these turns. You got to leave them a hole, but not 10 cars.
Okay.
All right, it's the Ellen show.
Alright.
Now we're looking for the braking zone stuff, your line, all that.
Keeping it tight here. Sacrifice for the next one. Trying. then brush brake here. More of a medium, I guess.
Yeah,
at least
right.
that time.
Yeah.
Looking ahead, out, staying for this one.
Ooh, look at you.
Is that too much?
No, that's great. Are you kidding me? That makes me, I'm legit like tearing up a little bit that you just attacked that curb that way. And that one.
Check out.
Oh, so good.
Ah.
So good.
See, that feels too fast for me.
That was just right. You're on the edge.
Okay.
That was a 10/10s turn. Car on your left side. Car on your left side. Ghost car. Ghost car. Ghost car.
Okay.
Keep speed. Car on your left side still. Wind it out. You only got to give him a car. There you go.
Okay, now they're gone?
Yep, they're gone. Now he's on your right side.
Right
only
side.
give him a car.
Okay.
Keep your speed.
But I'm gonna follow my line though, right?
Yep. But now he's on your right side over this candy, so you can't be there.
Shoot.
Good. No, that's good. That's good. You gotta give him a car. The reason that number 2 is missing is because I hit it doing a 720. Still there on the right. Still there on the right.
Okay.
Still there on the right. Car on your left. Car on your left. Car on your right. Still there.
Still there?
He's still there. He's gonna be there this whole turn. And now someone just dove in on your left and on the right.
On the right. So this is
Speed,
center.
speed.
Okay. Still there?
Car on the right. Still there. Car on the right through this whole section all the way up the hill.
All the way up the hill.
One car, one car. Try and keep your speed. He's on the right.
On the right, on the right, on the right.
He's still there.
Okay.
Car on the right.
On the right.
There you go. Oh, someone just passed you on the left.
On the left.
He's still there. You only have to give him a car.
Okay.
Still there on the left. Still there on the left. Great. He's on the right now. He dove over. Great. He's on the left now. He dove over. Still there on the left. Still there on the left. Dove over on the right. Good. Good. Car on the right. Car on the right all the way down to the last turn.
On the right.
There you go. There you go. Gotta give him one car over this.
One car. Okay.
Good. Very good.
Still there?
Still there all the way to the last turn.
The last turn. Got it.
Nice. Oh no, he dove over on the left.
Oh!
Car on the left. Car on the left. Car on the left.
Left, 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 left. Oh, got it.
There you go. There you go.
Ooh,
You got it. You got it. Dance it. Perfect. On Stingle, you just passed into HPDE.
No way.
Yep, you nailed this.
Dope.
On a track you've never driven before.
I honestly really love this track.
It's so smooth.
So nice.
All right, man, the rest is yours. Very well done.
Thank you. Biffs it on the last one. I could see it. Gets overconfident.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good practice, attention, so good.
Oh, does that mean we can turn the air on now?
You passed. Right on.
You'll have to listen to
The freak out? Was there a freak out? I hope there was a freak out.
a little. We had fun on track the last 1 and 2 laps that we did.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games.
Right on. How you feeling?
Give Chris a hug, but he just walked away. Left me hanging.
Oh, I'm really proud of her. I legit teared up in the car because it's just like everything comes so far.
Yeah!
She was so smooth, like especially from first weekend to where we are today, and I get
Gosh,
it. Like,
watching those videos is so cringy.
but she was so smooth. Braking was good. Power application has improved dramatically. Do you think doing the ride along with me the other day where I was like, and here's what I mean by power and fade out, did that help?
Yeah, because before I was like, well, I can't feel you rushing brakes because it's not enough for me to feel it in my seat. But like hearing it, I'm like, okay, well, this is where I can do it.
Yeah.
So I don't need to just like use medium braking. I
Yeah.
can just brush it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Chris can do it, I got it.
So she did well. We did the ghost car drill as well, and you'll hear it on the video, but I was like, oh no, he passed you on the right, and now there's one on left, and now there's one on both sides, and she handled it all really well. I'm trying to think of what else. Really good awareness. I kept looking over to watch her eyes to make sure she's looking ahead to the next turn. But especially for corner exit, that look ahead to the next turn is so important, and Ellen is just nailing that. So you can see her eyes do this. She does the 6 calculations and then turns in. Turn-in points were all great, nothing early. Excellent use of curb. She took like full-on race line, like 3 laps in a row of just like that little bit of tire in the dirt before the curb just to extend the track that like extra 6 inches. I'm just so proud. It's gonna be a great time in Mid-Ohio.
Yeah, after we finished, we were like, can I catch him? Can I catch him?
It was great. Congrats.
Those last laps were fun.
Give us a high five.
Oh yeah.